Midas was a king of great fortune who ruled the country of Pyra in Asia Minor. He had everything a king could wish for. So King Midas was a king, right? He was a king in Asia, and he had everything he could wish for. He lived in a luxury, in a great castle. So he lived in a castle, right? He was very rich, he lived in a castle. He shared his life of abundance with his beautiful daughter. Even though he was very rich, Midas thought that his greatest happiness was provided by gold. Now, even though King Midas had everything, all money, he still loved gold, right? His adversaries was such that he used to spend his days counting his golden coins. So every day, King Midas count his golden coins, right? Occasionally, he used to cover his body with gold objects, as if he wanted to bathe with them. Money was his obsession. Now, King Midas loved gold and money more than anything else, right? He loves gold and he likes his money. Every day he played with money, he played with gold, he liked to count them. Right. So one day, King Dionysius, the god of wine and revivalry, passed through the kingdom of Midas. So a god passed through his kingdom one day, right? One of his companions, the star named Silentius, got delayed along the way. Silentius got tired and decided to take a nap in the famous rose gardens surrounding the palace of King Midas. Now one of the god companions, he got tired, so he take a nap in the garden of King Midas, right? There he was found by the king, who recognized him instantly and invited him to spend a few days in his palace. After that, Midas took him to Dionysius, the god of celebration. Very grateful to Midas for his kindness, he promised Midas to satisfy any wish of him. Now the gods asked the king if he could make any wish that he wanted, right? He would make a wish and he would grant him the wish. Midas thought for a while and he said, I hope that everything I touch becomes gold. Now, the king, his only wish was that everything that he touched will become gold, right? Dionysius warned the king to think well about his wish, but Midas was positive. Dionysius could do nothing else and promised the king that from that following day, everything he touched would turn into gold. Now the king wished for everything that he wished for to turn into gold, right? So the gods asked him if he really wanted to make this wish come true. And he said he was very serious, right? Now this wish, it was not a wish, but was a course that King Midas cast on himself. Now the next day, when King Midas woke up eager to see if his wish would become true. He extended his arm and he touched a small table, right? So he wake up and he went and touched a table. So guess what happened? Alright, very good. He extended his arm, touching a small table that would immediately turn into gold. Now, you get excited, right? I wish come true. He jumped with happiness. He touched a chair, the carpet, the door, his bathtub, a table, and so on. And he kept running in his madness all over his palace until he got exhausted and happy at the same time. So once he wish come true, he started running and touching touching everything in the palace, right? Turning it into gold. He sat at the table to have a breakfast and took a rose between his hands to smell its fragrance. When he touched it, the rose became gold. He said, I will have to absorb the fragrance without touching the roses, I suppose. He thought with disappointment. Now that his wish has come true, everything that he thought was his goal, right? Now what do you think will happen to him? Do you think he will enjoy his rest of his life?
No, sir.
Why?
Because I can't.
Very good, Brandon. Alright, we continue with our story. Even without thinking, he ate a grape, but it turned into gold. The same thing happened with a slice of bread and a glass of water. Suddenly he started to sense fear. Tears filled his eyes, and at the moment, his beloved daughter entered the room. When Midas hugged her, she turned into a golden statue. Despaired and fearful, he raised his arms and prayed to Dionysius to take his spoils from him. Now the same God that has granted him his wish to turn everything into gold, he had to go back to the God, right? To take away back the course or the wish. Now the God heard Midas and felt sorry for him. Now the God had to end up sorry for him again, right? He told Midas to go to the river Pactolus and wash his hands. Midas did so. He ran to the river and was astonished to see gold flowing from his hands. The ancient Greeks said they found no gold on the banks of the river Pactolus. When he returned home, everything Midas touched has become normal again. Now, after he went to the river, in Pactolus river, to wash his hands, the course was lifted from him, right? And everything that he touched turned back to normal. Everything was normal again. Midas hugged his daughter in full happiness and decided to share his great fortune with his people. Alright, so after his course was lifted, and instead of being a greedy person and keeping all his gold and money for himself, he shared with other people, right? He started sharing everything. From now on, Midas become a better person, generous and grateful for all the goods of his life. His people led a prosperous life, and when he died, they all mourned for their beloved king. Alright, so another story.